Welcome to the first stage of your Applied Humanities portfolio. In this video, we'll unpack what you need to do for part 1 of the portfolio, the 500-word justification. This short written piece is the foundation of the whole portfolio. It's where you set out what you're going to do, why it matters, and how it connects to the ideas, methods, and debates you've studied across the degree. So, what exactly is part 1? Think of it as the academic framing for your applied work, the equivalent of an abstract or introduction in a dissertation, but adapted for a practical or creative project. It's your chance to demonstrate that your applied idea, whether it's an exhibition, a digital project, a community initiative, or something else, including a traditional dissertation, is informed by humanities thinking. In other words, this is where you show that your project isn't just a good idea, it's grounded in research, theory, and reflection. The purpose of this section is threefold: to justify your work, explaining why you've chosen it and why it's valuable or timely; to situate your work in context, showing how it relates to existing ideas, literature, or examples in your field; and to outline the aims and approach, describing what you'll actually do and what outcomes you expect. By the end, a reader should clearly understand what your project is about, where it comes from intellectually, and what impact you hope it will have. A simple way to structure your 500 words is as follows, although you are free to structure it however you want. But you could open with an overview and rationale, introducing your work, what the focus is, and thinking about why is it important. What real world or cultural issues are you responding to? In the second, third, maybe even fourth and fifth paragraphs, you could include the context and literature, linking your work to relevant theories, debates, and examples, thinking about what ideas have shaped your approach. Are there existing projects, journals, books, or thinkers who've inspired your method or topic? Use this section to demonstrate awareness of the intellectual background that underpins your applied work. And finally, finish with application and outcomes. Explain what you plan to produce or deliver. For example, a series of workshops, an exhibition, a website, or event. And end with a clear statement of your aims and intended impact. In terms of tone, aim for something between an academic abstract and a reflective justification. It should be written formally but clearly, showing your ability to connect ideas from your degree to real-world practice. You don't necessarily need footnotes if you're not doing a traditional dissertation, and you don't need long quotations, but you should refer to key thinkers, frameworks, or examples that inform your work and include hyperlinks. Think of it as showing the intellectual roots of your applied project, how your humanities learning is shaping the way you approach a practical problem or creative opportunity. This short written piece is more than just an introduction. It's the anchor for your entire portfolio. It ensures your project is conceptually grounded, ethically considered, and connected to your academic journey. By articulating your rationale here, you'll have a clear framework to guide your planning, your applied work, and your final reflection at the end of the module. Part 1 is a 500-word academic justification of the whole body of work. It explains what you're doing, why you're doing it, and how it's informed by perspectives. It's your bridge between theory and practice, the intellectual blueprint for your applied work. Take this section seriously, it sets the tone for everything that follows.